So everybody's freaking out, especially the average geared player, who is what currently grinding hex. So I'd say about 310 in the ballpark. So you're finally getting some decent gear. Um, it's been a grind spot that you could have done this entire time. So after the patch, I'd say for the time being, your best silver per hour is going to be this. And you might be thinking, what the hell, man? It just keeps going up. Well, that is partially true. But I did the math, and it is still pretty profitable to do. So this is the total amount of silver that you would be making if you do 2-minute runs. You'd be making 3.6 billion silver, and if you purchased all your relics, it would cost 1.5 billion silver. So you would subtract this, because that is your initial cost, and it would be, actually no, hold on, 3.6, since this is going to be the one getting taxed, times 0.84. So you're going to be taking about 3 billion silver. Subtract that by the 1.5. Now remember, this is assuming you're paying for all your relics. This is the worst case scenario. So you're taking home about 1.5 billion silver. Now, some people might look at this and be like, that's not good. But you aren't consuming Agris, and you're not using a loot scroll. You aren't using either of these. They're both irrelevant. So when you run out of Agris, you can start doing some relics. And if you're low on scrolls, you can just do these. And honestly, if you go here, there's probably a relics run. You got Pila Fey. I mean, if you keep refreshing, I'm sure you'll find one, or just make your own party. It's not too hard to find, honestly. But if you are fishing with the Termian event as of July 30th, I would highly recommend doing almost all of them exclusively from the relics. Instead of buying them, just use your own. This does require overnight usage of the PC, so if you're not comfortable with that, you're kind of out of luck. But I'd say a vast majority of BDO players, they like to leave their PC on overnight, so you might as well get a couple. I think I was averaging like 60 or 70 relics a night or something like that. So like, let's say you only got an hour to play. So by let's say by the end of the week, or like, yeah, by the end of the week you get maybe 500-600 relics. That's all pure cash money that you can sell on the market. Now this is assuming you are using a value pack. So that is the one thing. So when you do sell them, I would recommend selling them, and you can list them here, just don't claim it unless you have a value pack. The value pack is over, oops, oh jeez. They oh man. Okay, this is a little bit rough, I'm not gonna lie, but I think as like the majority of the players at this point of the game should realistically, um, well, yeah, I mean it's not too bad. I think you get 200 per day, so like realistically, this should be like, I divide that by two. Yeah, it's like almost every month basically. So try not to be too wasteful. Only only try to get these when you're gonna be selling in bulks, because it only lasts one day, obviously. But that's probably the only real drawback about doing it this way. Honestly, um, what I was doing before was, what was it? I was relics. I was buying like around here. I'm pretty sure I still got a bunch of them. Yeah, I got a bunch of relic shards I got to do. So I'm gonna be doing that over time. And yeah, I mean, right now it's because relics are really shooting up in price. Like, look at this. At like 1.5, they were a lot better. So like now it's gonna be eating into the profit a little bit. But let's be honest, if you're out of Agris, what other spot's gonna make you like 2 bill silver now? Because you also get hunter seals, these things. So you can exchange it for, you know, this, and some blackstones. I mean, it's something. Honestly, this is not too bad. This ain't bad. It's a little bit extra silver that you get to add and put into your pocket. And there are like little events that happen during it that give you maybe 10 or 11 cron stones. So give or take, in about an hour, you can expect anywhere from like 1.8 to like 2 bill silver right now. But yeah, it's right now it's a little rough, I'm not gonna lie, but just do your fishing and you can easily make over 3 billion silver. Now we're doing these. It would be similar to when you would grind a Dekia for the Ibidor scrolls, something like that, where you just accumulate over time and then you just like do them all at once and you make good silver there. This is very similar. So if you do overnight fishing, this is something I definitely recommend, because now you literally you almost triple your profits when you do it from your own relics. So right now I would highly recommend that. And yeah, that's about it. Figured try to help you guys out a little, since I know the average player is struggling to figure out, oh, what should I be doing for grinding? And honestly, this is probably like the best you're gonna get for the time being. At least in some group play. So like, if you have a couple of friends, I know it's a pretty scary word to say in BDO, but if you do have a couple friends, I would gather them around, have them do some fishing, get the relic shards, and do 5-man relics. And the one thing I will say is, when you're doing them, I recommend using one of these, or if you get your hands, because of the species damage, the extra damage. Like when you guys aren't too high AP, this makes a massive difference, and it's only 20 mil. It's a party elixir, so only one person needs to pop it. So if you're in a party of 5, like only 4 people would need to pop one. No, I'm not even 3 people would need to. Okay, never mind. My math is off. 4 people. Yeah, it's 15 minutes. I thought it was 20 minutes. But 4 people would have to pop it. So each person would basically be spending 20 mil an hour, essentially, which is not bad. You could do this other one, since they don't really do any damage. You can use the Berserk Drought, which is a lot cheaper, and some funny stuff happened where this shot up, but this is another good alternative. I don't think it works in a group setting like the party demi-human, so this is more like for solo. I don't think it's for group, so I would stick to the regular demi-human. But anyway, that's about it. Let me know what you guys think. You tried Pilafay. I tried Pilafay, but it was a little bit rough. And if you're not sure about the numbers, I'll just show you one last time. So I put in the average. I'm trying to like put it as realistic as possible. So like I'll put in 24. This is standing for 24 memory fragments that you would get per run, and then this would be like the cost of per memory fragment. So 24 memory fragments times 5 mil, which is the value of it. It's roughly 120 mil per run, and if you're able to get 20 runs done, this is what it's going to look like. 2.4 billion. So it's not a lot of money if you're only doing 20 runs. So I would recommend using a stopwatch to see like a rough ballpark of how fast your group is grinding. Like I said, the demi-humans will make a massive difference. You want to aim for like 2 minutes or lower. I'm positive that like if somebody created a sweat group, they could get like a minute and 30 seconds, and this is what a minute and 30 seconds would look like. So I think that would be 45 scrolls. So it would be the 5 million times 24, and then you multiply, I think, let's just do 40. Yeah, see, so like, if you can get that many done in an hour, it'd be pretty crazy. But obviously it's gonna adjust the cost for the total. So like, you would need 40 scrolls. So the scroll, let's say it costs 2 mil per relic. Multiply that by 5 because you need 5, and then you multiply that by 5 again, and it's per run. So you do 50 times 40. So you would be totaling out to 2.8 bill. So you'd be making 2.8 bill an hour times 0.84. So this is, if you can get something sweaty like this, if you could pump out those numbers, it actually still is extremely profitable. But this is like ultra sweat. So like realistically, this is what it's gonna look like on average with the 2 minutes. So sorry, I had something in my monitor. 5 mil times 24 times 5. Wait. No, hold on. That's not right. Okay. 5 mil times 24. That's per run. Then you do times 30, because that's the average. 30 times 2 is 60 minutes. So you should be able to get 30 runs done in 60 minutes. So that's 1 hour. So you would get 3.6 billion silver. 3.6. And so you would do the math again. And 2 million times 5 times 5. So 50 million times 30 million times 30. Yeah, see, it's a little pricey. So it's, I mean, it's not the worst silver, but like I said, just fish for them is all I really got to say. Yeah, it's going to be a little rough with the Danya coming out. Everybody's going to be using memory fragments and shit, so just try to hang in there. Like I said, this is not the worst, but it's okay considering if you don't use aggers. Anyway, sorry for the long rant. I just figured I'd try to help you guys out.